let Coach Dambrot open with an opening statement, and then we'll take questions for our students, Jake Retzer and also Isaiah Johnson. Coach Dambrot?
That was kind of like the game I expected. I thought they would really come out and try to punch us. They've been playing with an extreme amount of confidence. Anybody that can go to Kent State and win and then beat Central Michigan, who was in the championship game last year, tells you that they believe in themselves. And he did a terrific job of getting them to play differently. And their toughness level really showed tonight, I thought. And that was the biggest thing for us, is making sure that we matched their toughness.
If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll get the microphone over to you. Questions for our students, Jake and also Isaiah.
Yeah, Isaiah, it looked like when push came to shove there in the second half, missed the second half, they got the ball into you and you kind of took over for a little bit. Was that sort of the strategy, so to speak?
Yeah, a little bit. Coach Dambrot and my teammates believe a lot in me and my ability to make a play, whether it be scoring or finding the open shooter. So we just kind of played off that and just went with the flow.
Maybe, Jake, I just wonder, do you feel like maybe the offense is starting to click? I mean, I know you're relying on Big Dog, but it seemed like, especially near the end, more guys were starting to get in the flow.
Yeah, I think we're doing a better job of, once we throw it into Big Dog, we're doing a better job of screening away and cutting to the middle of the hole. Whenever they double, it's tough because Dog has to crab out of it, and then if someone cuts to the middle lane, they're usually wide open. So as long as we keep cutting on the backside and setting screens for each other, I think we're going to have a lot more open layups and open threes out the backside.
But maybe for both of you, do you still feel like you haven't reached your peak, or that it's all not? You're still maybe a little bit of a work in progress offensively?
Go ahead, Dog.
I feel like we have not yet played our best offensive game in this tournament so far. I feel like we can play a lot better. Our shooters can knock down a few more shots, and it's just like we're starting to click, and our defense is starting to get us more opportunities now. So we're just trying to flow off that.
Isaiah back here. I believe they found you out of a trap, or high at the top of the key, and you drove, and you were fouled. How many in this league or anywhere? How many guys step in and take the charge in that situation when you've got a head of steam up?
I mean, there's a few that I try to step in and take the charge, but usually I try not to just go straight at him and go full steam. Just try to find somebody else that's already open.
And also, would you talk about when you scored on the layup and left Warrell on the floor? Kind of bowled over Warrell and made the layup.
What about
I think it was Warrell. Would you just talk about it?
Oh,
you pretty much planted him.
Yeah, I knew that he was going to try to take the charge. I saw him start setting up for it, so I decided to try to go around instead of throw him so they wouldn't make the call and just laid it right in.
Hey guys, I'm just wondering, what was the difference defensively for you guys in the game? You guys have been giving up paint points a lot this season. Tonight it was just 22.
We just been trying to sit down and just focus. We know we can't win a championship without playing defense, so we decided to try to make teams shoot outside shots and not let them get to the paint as easily.
I'll just say try to play more inside out, make sure we're gapped up, and then stop the drive and then close out to the guy, and just hope that make them think that we're going to close out to the shot and then just play them for the drive.
David Glazier from the News Herald. Jake and Isaiah, I know you have been in the program, I don't think for all of these, maybe one, but this is 7 times in the last 10 years Akron's got to this championship game, and just reflect on that and what it means to you as individuals to do that with the program.
Me coming here, that was one of the big things. You come to Akron, you play in championship games, you win championship games. I got to play in that freshman year game when we won it, and it was just an amazing feeling. And the last couple of years not getting back, it just continued to sting, and it was just in the back of your head that we got to get back there. And I wanted to go out my senior year and do whatever it took, any sacrifices laid on the court, and sell out to make sure that we got back to this game and gave ourselves a chance to win this championship.
For me, this will be my first championship here at Akron, or playing in the first championship here at Akron, and that was one of the things that made me want to come here. Just knowing that winning isn't just a standard here. Going to the championship game and winning is the standard here, and knowing that, that's what made me want to come here.
Isaiah, last year offensively, you averaged about 6 points a game, and now this year you're getting about 13. Can you talk about the increase of your offensive production, what it led to, or how you were able to achieve that?
Honestly, just not focusing on it. Just focusing on getting rebounds, playing defense, and just playing as a team. Honestly, just trying to do whatever they need me to do, whether it be score, rebound, block, get a steal or two every now and again. Just trying to play the game.
Isaiah, this may be a personal question, but how much do you actually weigh? What is your weight? And it's not a slam. You look like you're in pretty good shape, but what is your weight?
I'm going to have to go no comment on that one.
Fifth Amendment. You never ask a woman their weight. Fudge, how much you weigh? I call him the Whopper. I don't know what I'm going to call him.
Well, on that note, we'll let Isaiah and Jake get back to the locker room. We'll let Coach Dan run away for more questions. Thank you, gentlemen. Questions for Coach Dan Brown?
Keith, let me turn that question to you because you've been there for all 10. What does it mean to you to say 10 years, 7 times you got this far?
Well, it's a tribute to our program. I mean, we want more than that. Obviously, we want to win all the championship games, but we're also humble enough to know that that's not easy. So we're proud of what we've accomplished, but we want more. We want to win the championship games. We want to win in the NCAA tournament. We want to be talked about for at-large bids, things like that, So we want more, but I think the reason that we win is because we've won. And so I think guys want to play in winning programs. They want to play in big games. They want to play against high majors. They want to play in the NCAA tournament. They want to play in the postseason. So I'm proud of my assistant coaches who've all played for me. I'm proud of what we've done, but we want more.
I just want to ask the same question. Do you feel like things are starting to click, but yet you still haven't played your best in the tournament?
Well, I think that's an interesting question, Marla. Really, we had to adjust because we lost Pat Forsythe. So obviously, we had to adjust a couple different times this year because Robotham didn't play the first 6 games. So Antono Jackson was our point guard, and then we shifted him over. So he plays part of the game at the point in the 2. And then now, without Forsythe, we're a little bit smaller. So we got to split some things, and we play a little bit differently. So, I mean, we're not going to be great offensively every night, but the good thing is we've built the program on the defensive end, and I didn't feel like it was one of our best defensive teams, but in the last 3 games, we played good defensively. We didn't rebound the ball as well as I would have liked today, but in both games in the tournament, when the game was on the line, in the last 6 or 7 minutes, we gutted up and played good defensively. And so if you're going to have a good team, you have to learn how to win in a variety of ways. So we can play fast, we can play slow, we can play good defense, we can shoot the 3 ball. We got some guys that can drive it, and then we got that monster to throw the ball to, who he's good now. And I've been saying it, but he's a really good player. So when you got a player like that and you can throw the ball to him, it makes your margin of error much, much better.
Keith, back here. Who in this league do you think matches up well with him? Because there's a chance he could be playing the Player of the Year tomorrow.
Pardon me, I didn't catch that.
Who matches up well with Isaiah? Because there's a chance you might be facing OU with their big, who was the Player of the Year.
Well, that's another good question. I don't want to make any bulletin board material, but I thought Buffalo guarded him better than Ohio guarded him. Buffalo guards him better than Ohio guards him because they have more bodies. They've got more guys, and they chose a similar path to how BG guarded him today. So throughout the tournament, I really don't care who we play. You have to play who you play, and we've kind of used the slogan, hey, we're playing the nameless opponent anyway all season long. We didn't care if it was Hiram College or Villanova. If you're going to be a good team, you just have to play. So I don't really care who wins. I think both of those teams are really good teams, and I know it'll be a hard game regardless of who it is.
Coach, you talk about your rebounding tonight, and you were actually out-rebounded 2-1 in the second half. How much of a concern is that yours going on, and what can you do to correct it?
I don't know. I don't really tend to worry about much. I mean, we rebounded when it mattered, I guess. I mean, I don't really like it. I think that kept them in the game for sure. We're playing a little small at times. We got two small little guards. We're only playing one big guy at a time a lot of times, so you got to give a little to get a little sometimes. So we'll do a little bit better job. Obviously, I think transition defense will be key tomorrow against both teams and making sure they don't get second shots. So we'll worry about it, but we won't act like the sky is falling.
Keith, two quick questions about BG. One, in what ways were they different tonight from the team that you had seen before the tournament?
That's a really good question. I thought they were much tougher, much more resilient tonight, more belief structure, playing better together, just a better team, much better, actually. And it's a tribute to him. I mean, Mike, you think about it, at this time of the year to get your team to play that good is, especially when you had some struggles along the way in the league, that tells you that they like him and that they're going to run through a wall for him.
And it was number 1 against number 12 tonight. What does 12 have to do to close that gap with number 1?
That gap's not very big, my friend. And I've said it for years in this league. This is one of the few leagues in America where there are no haves and have-nots. Like, you don't see that in the Atlantic 10. You don't see it in the ACC, the Big 10 even. There's haves and have-nots in those leagues. In this league, one is not much different than 12. They're one stud away from being as good as we are. Simple as that. Good. Thank you.